Hey guys, how's it going? This is Kingelffe, and today I got a lot of cool stuff planned for you guys. We're gonna grab a bunch of villagers and bring them over to the end. We got a lot of building done in the end, as well as we collected a ton of animals. But this video took over 100 days in Minecraft to record, so if you are enjoying the series, make sure to show me the support and subscribe to the channel. That way I know you guys are liking the content, and I have motivation to keep making these extremely long videos. But with that being said, let's get into the video. So we've been doing a little bit of work in between episodes to get some housekeeping tasks done. Mainly, we were running low on resources. So I went on a big caving expedition on stream the other day, and we got a ton of resources here, and even more copper. So that's going to be more than enough to build our bridge back to the spawn island. But unfortunately, my storage system here in the tower is starting to fill up, and we are quickly outgrowing it. So I had to take care of that. And the way I decided to do that was building this little shack over here. So the house itself doesn't serve any purpose other than to cover up the hole that's inside it, which is this right here, because I have a little basement going down to a small bulk storage area that we can start throwing a bunch of stone and dirt and everything into, because to build our next island, we're going to need chests upon chests of this stuff. Honestly, with the amount of chests down here, I don't even know if that's going to be enough to finish the island, but we'll fill them all up and we'll see. But besides that, the only major thing of note that I've done between episodes is I've started lighting this island up. That way we don't have Endermen teleporting from there over to here all the time. Still have to take care of the little small islands, and I still have to continue it all the way over here. Because if we do a little flyover here, you'll see that this part of the island is lit up, but none of the rest of it is. And this entire island here is going to be our Wheat's Plain biome. Maybe over here in this little section here, we'll start to transition into another biome, but for now, the plan is to make this all our Wheat's Plains biome, because we're going to have different variations in height and also in terrain types. So we might have a more hilly area, and then more of a rolling fields area, then more of a mountainy area. But we will see, because I haven't really planned it all out. All I know is I want the biome to be called the Wheat Plains, or the Weedy Plains, or something of that nature. But last episode, I told you that I had a plan for what we were going to do this time round, and it involves this massive 1300 block bridge behind us here. We're going to start transporting everything we need over to this island here now that we have the capacity to do it. The two main ones that I want to get done in today's episode are villagers and cows. That way we can get a leather farm up and running, and we can get a villager trading center up and running as well. Where am I going to put them? Don't really know, but we'll figure that out when we have to. For now, it's going to be challenging enough figuring out how to get the villagers from the village that we have over near spawn to the end portal, because I have checked around the area and there are no closer villages. So we either have to drag them all through the nether, which shouldn't be too terrible since we set up that minecart system already, or we have to do something much worse, drag them across that snowy plains and ice spike biome. I vote we try the nether system, and then if that fails, we go on to plan B. And plan B we'll just call pain and suffering for now. And I came to the overworld with literally none of the items that I need to finish that job, so back to the tower we go. Alright, take two. We got some rails, and we got some minecarts, and some wood to make boats. We still need blocks, but we're going to grab those along the way. And we're going to grab those from here. I want to open up this room a little bit here, that way we're not just walking into walls whenever we come through the portal, because as soon as we shove animals and stuff through here, I don't want them to walk back through the portal. I want to have them, you know, roam around a little bit, that way I have enough time to get through the portal and block it off so that they don't, you know, just endlessly walk back through. And on top of that, I would like to eventually make this portal room look pretty cool. I do have some plans for the future. They're not fully fleshed out yet, so I'm not going to share them, but I do have plans to make this area look pretty cool. So for now, we're just going to knock down some walls and open up the area a little bit, and then we'll revisit this area a bit later and make it look awesome. Oh, and maybe we don't want that flowing everywhere. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. There we go. We've opened things up a little bit here, but I do think I want to do a little something with this room today. I know I said I was going to come back to it a bit later, but I'm feeling inspired. And also, for the animals and everything, the only things that I want to actually bring through today are the villagers and the cows, because that's all I really have space for on my little starter island. I do want to try and collect everything that I need in here today, but not necessarily move it, so we need a space to throw everything. And another problem that I thought of after the fact that I have to fix is once the animals and stuff come through the portal, I don't want them to just wander up the stairs and through the end portal, and I don't want to have a bunch of free-range chickens wandering in the end. But I think I know how we can fix that. For now, I'm just going to do a little bit of decorating around the area, just some basic stuff because it's not going to be permanent, and then I'll get right back to you. Alright, I've done a little bit of polishing up over here, and what I've got going on here is 2 staircases on either side of the end portal. We raised the floor up a little bit, that way we're even with the portal. And I have a little area in the center here, which is actually how we're going to get the animals from the portal up into this area here. We're going to have a minecart track going from here up this center area here, and we're going to have a fence gate running all the way across like this. Or actually, it's going to be along the stairs, my bad. That way, when they come up, they can't get back down. I haven't tested that, so I hope it works the way I think it does. If not, oops. But I told you guys I wanted a place to store the animals and stuff on the overworld side before sending them through to the end. That way I don't have to send them all through today. And that's where this little area here comes in. We're going to dig this down a little bit, and this is going to be the hallway, essentially, where we store all of our animals. And we're going to very creatively call it the Ark. I know, I'm so original, aren't I? Ooh, diamonds. And yoink. Wow, that looks dangerous. Anyways, this is going to serve more than one purpose, because not only is it going to be a housing area for us to put the animals before we send them through to the end, but it's also going to serve as kind of a last line of defense in case all of our animals in the end happen to die out somehow. If there's like some sort of explosion or whatever. I don't know how there would be an explosion since there's no creepers in the end. But, you know, prepare for the worst. So, once we have all the animals in here, we're going to make sure that there's at least 2 here at all times. That way, if we have to rebreed and repopulate the end, we can. But, of course, this area has to go over a massive cave, so we're going to have to build it all up. And also, I found more diamonds, by the way. So, I'm going to get to work with that, and I will jump back in a few minutes here. And by a few minutes, I mean probably a few hours. But, you know, jump cut. We are a couple hours in the future now, and I've been busy digging out the area for the Ark, or the animal storage, or whatever you want to call it at this point. And also worth mentioning, this isn't going to be the only one we build. We talked about this a little bit on stream the other day, but I do eventually want to have an area in the end where I basically have a laboratory where I keep every mob in Minecraft. You know, assuming I live that long. But this is going to be the initial storage area for the animals. So what I have here is 4 different hallways with 6 containment areas each. Essentially, this beginner area is just going to have all the breedable animals in Minecraft, and then room for a few more as well. So I counted it up, and there are 20 that I want to collect in total here, plus villagers. So I figure we'll have 3 extra slots for if we want to keep something extra, or if we have too many of one thing, or whatever it may be. But, we can't really keep animals in this area like this. It needs a little bit more work. And I think the obvious starting point is this really ugly grass because we're in a snowy mountain area. Oh, I forgot that it was going to look this bad. But it is what it is, so we're going to place this down in all the cells here. I mean, did I say cells? I mean containment areas. Definitely not a jail. I mean, I guess it is kind of like a zoo, so would it be an exhibit then? Or a pavilion maybe? I don't know, we can name them later, I guess. There we go, it's beautiful. I'll call it the eyesore. Yeah, this doesn't look great, does it? I guess we could use a few more decorations around the place. So, I may or may not have just recorded, like, an entire scene with my mic muted, so, we're not going to talk about that. But what I was trying to say during those scenes was, I finished decorating this area to the point where I want it to be today. There are still some odds and ends that I want to add in, like some cracked and mossy brick to bring the Stronghold feeling into this area, but I don't currently have the resources I need to be able to do that, so we're going to leave it like this for today, and we'll pick that up another time.
But I've thrown some signs above each of these pens here with the different tameable words. Animals, that's the word I'm looking for. Animals in Minecraft. And we're going to see how many of them we can get today. So it is currently 5 p.m. on Sunday, and I'm going to do this right up until I go to bed. So take your bets right now down in the comments below. How many of the, I believe, 21 animals / villagers am I going to find before I go to bed? But we're going to start that right now because I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm definitely not going to get them all today. But we're going to do it in the form of a montage, because otherwise this video will be way too long. Let's do it!
And here we are a few days later. I have been busy. I did a stream where we did some stuff, which I'll show you in a few minutes here. But as promised, I've collected up a bunch of creatures from around the Minecraft world, and let me show you what we got. So we got our basics. We got our cows, we got our pigs, we got our sheep, and we got our chickens over here. A few more than 2, but you know, that never hurt. It's only because I can throw a bunch of eggs. Then we also have axolotls. We got bees, horses, donkeys. Funny enough, that's the first pair that I found. Turtles, wolves, cats, and 1 Arctic fox, which I'm honestly really surprised I managed to find because those guys are kind of hard to pin down. But on the other side here, I don't have anything from my list, but I do have villagers. So these are the only 2 guys that I'm not going to leave inside the pens here, because the idea is I want to keep 2 of everything in this area over here. But I'm going to take the villagers for now, and they'll bring 2 back once I've bred them up in the end. Or I'll probably just bring 2 over from the village and keep them over there in case of a mass purging. But I'm going to hold off on collecting the rest of the animals that I need to fill this area up, because I've spent quite a few hours already working on that. And honestly, after the death of those 2 pandas that you saw, I really don't want to drag another 2 of them over 1,000 blocks for the next hour or so. That was really gutting when it happened the first time. And honestly, the main focus for the rest of the episode is going to be getting these guys into the end and getting a villager, breeder, and trading center up and running. So we need to get these guys into the end, but before we do that, we need a place to put them on the other side. So I've been staring at the island for quite some time now, trying to figure out where I want to put my villagers, and I think that right there is the best spot. I think what we'll do is we'll make almost like a little mine entrance in the underside of the cliff there, and we'll have that leading down into the island. So probably in this general area underneath the island, and it'll connect up with our little storage room that we have under the hut there. So we could enter from underneath the hut, or we can use the mine entrance, which we'll have over here. So let's get ourselves a few resources and get going on that. Now, with it being a mine entrance and all, I don't think we're going to do anything too complicated. I think we're going to do something kind of like this. Strip those 2 blocks, then have another 2 slabs kind of like so, and cap it off with some stairs. Throw a few details out the front here, and then just kind of cap off the exposed areas over here with some stone. And then what we can do is we can bring the pathway out kind of like this and run it along the river bank. Then bring it up this way, and I think what we'll do is we'll run it through the carrot field here. So we'll knock out a few of these carrots and we'll link it up with this path right here. I also think I want to have it come off this way and go over the river. We're going to have a bridge going over here and have it connect up to here, and then we can bring it over to our existing path going through the wheat fields. And now that we have that all planned out, we can chunk up the path a little bit here. That way it doesn't just look like a, random few dirt places. There we go, that's not looking too bad. And we can build up our bridge a little later, but right now I want to focus on the villager area. So just going straight back, I don't have a lot of room to work with, which means we're going to have to start going straight down almost right away here. You know what? This is actually a pretty good indication of how much room I have to work with here. Also, for anyone who's curious, we are just about to take over to day 300, so happy 300. This looks really weird with the grass blocks floating up and down through my vision here. Whee! But I think I'm going to dig this out off camera here and get the shape down, and then I'll bring you guys back in. Alright, so after a while of fiddling around with the designs a bit, I finally decided I wanted to go for more of a cave look down here rather than a clean cutout look. So I've got this little rickety staircase coming down here, and that's going to lead to this little chamber. So this is going to be the top area of the villager breeder, and then this is just a little storage area over here. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with it. Then you come down another staircase here, it twists and turns a bit, and you come to the bottom where we'll have the villagers dropping. Then we have a little area here where we can zombify them or whatever we want to do. This isn't a final design or anything like this. This is just our starter island design. We're going to have a much more sophisticated villager breeder and trading system on another island somewhere. But we'll zombify them here. And then I've got 2 small trading halls here that we can use. We can always expand them more in that direction or that direction, or really any direction, because we're pretty much in the center of the half of the island here. So we've got room to expand, but I think this is, like 20 villager cells, which should be enough for a starter trading hall. So now for the fun part. I don't really want this all to be endstone. It looks kind of ugly, honestly. We might leave little bits and pieces of endstone in here just to show that we are in the end. But for the most part, I want to replace this all with stone. So, yeah, I'm going to get on that. There we go. That's a little better. Actually, it's kind of boring. 1 sec. Let me tell you guys, you may only see like 2 or 3 minutes of me working on this area per video, but that's not actually how long it takes. I've been working on this pretty much all night. I'd say probably about 5 or 6 hours worth of work. And we're finally getting somewhere. So we head down this main staircase here, and we have this little area where I'm going to decorate, probably add some storage in, all that kind of stuff. Then on this side we have what is going to become our villager breeder. We head down the stairs here, and we have a little bit of a fade effect into more of the end dimension look. And then we've got a nice decorated area down here with kind of a cave look from the overworld and an end city look on this side with a little bit of deep slate mixed in to just kind of contrast the colors a little bit. But we have our villager trading center over here. I added a little bit of a raised platform just to add some variation, and it gives me the opportunity to use some more colors in here too. So I've got that over here. And then this is where all the villagers from the villager breeder are going to drop to. This should be low enough that they'll keep breeding up there, because it'll technically be a different village, and all of our new villagers will drop down here and be part of this village here. But we still have quite a bit of work to do left in this episode, so let's start out with making our villager breeder. I think that's going to be the smart first step here. So I'm going to step it up a few blocks here. We want to get right into the middle. And we're going to use the design that I pretty much always use, which is one that I have on my channel.
that I made, well, I don't even know how long ago now. Actually, I guess it's not as long as I thought it was because it was during Enigma Season 1. But essentially, we just have a fence gate down here, and then we throw down some blocks like so, just as temporary blocks to place stuff on, like that. And then we place 4 beds with the pillows facing into the middle, like so. And then we take trapdoors and we cover these 4 spots here. And then we raise everything else up by 1 block with trapdoors. And we get kind of this H look here. And then we take out all of the temporary blocks. And that is Villager Breeder done. Nice and simple, that's all there is to it. Basically throw 2 villagers in the middle here. They'll keep breeding on top of there, and their babies will fall between the gaps of the fence gate. Did I say fence gate? That's not a fence gate, that's just a fence. In between the gaps of the fence and the trap doors, and down into our holding area until they become adults. Then once they drop down here and grow up, we can pick them up through the corner of the glass there with their colliding hitbox, and cart them off to wherever we would like to from there. And that's basically the entire logic behind my villager breeder. There is one thing that I don't know if it's going to work, and that is actually the rail down here, because I don't know if we need the rail to face in like that or like this. It varies depending on the direction you build it in, and well, I don't know what the strategy is behind that, but we're gonna find out if it works or if we have to readjust our rails. But now comes the fun part. I have to try and get the villagers over here, and I've never shoved an entity in general through the end portal, so I don't even know how this is going to work. Then on top of that, after we get them through, we have to get them all the way over here, which means, because I don't have enough minecarts for this, we're going to have to boat them across that giant bridge, and boats don't exactly go fast on land. Alright friends, it is time to go to your new forever home. Just gonna lay down a path for them to roll along, and it might be a good idea to head through the portal and place a few extra blocks. Along the sides, I have already placed these too high so that they can't just, eat themselves off the edge here, but I'm also gonna throw a few blocks like this in case they somehow spawn outside of the minecart and they decide to just wander off into the end. Alright, time to see if this actually works, because I don't actually know if I can throw entities through the end portal. And on top of that, I don't know if I can use a minecart either, so we're about to find out, I guess. Please work. Alright, and in you go. That's not normal. Hello? Maybe if I head down here? Wait, maybe I can break the minecart from down here? Let's try it. Okay, he went through. Now let's jump through and see what happens on the other side. Okay, yep, he is over here. That is good. Now, essentially what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to pick this dude up on a minecart. We'll just throw that through like that to oh my god, I didn't mean to hurt you, I'm sorry. Like I was saying, we'll grab him and we'll send him up to the bridge that we made. Off you go, pal. Oh no, Enderman, don't push him off the island. Alright, assuming an Enderman doesn't kill this dude on us, here comes the hard part. We have to get him out of the minecart and into a boat now. So I'm just going to throw around a little barrier to make sure he doesn't wander off. There we go, that should do. We're going to push him into the middle, and we're going to break his minecart and scoop him up with the torch. Not with a torch, a boat. There we go. And now for the long journey, because I have nowhere close to enough minecart tracks to bring this guy the entire way, so lightning speed ahead again. Here we are, finally. I timed it. There's my face. It took just over 9 minutes for me to get here. And I've got to do this one more time with another villager. Needless to say, before I bring over any other entities that require me to put them in a boat, we're putting water down on this bridge. Okay, so what do we need to do with you now? We need to get you over to the villager breeder, which is on the other side of the island. So it is time for us to build yet another square around you. And bop, and skiboop.
I'm not gonna have enough rails for this. Screw it, we're making some more. And apparently I had another stack of rails in my inventory already. We'll make another stack just to be safe. And now we push this dude along to the cave. And I don't really fancy breaking all the slabs that I placed to make this cave look cool, so we're just gonna push him down the stairs. There we go. Now I just need to get this guy up there. You know, now that I think about it, I don't even know if villager breeding works in the end. I probably should have tested this out first, but live and learn, I guess. If it doesn't work, I guess we'll have a funny story and a lot of crying. Alright, can I free this guy without hitting the villager? I can't hit anything. Let's try it from here. There we go. He's in a really weird spot, though. Alright, well, either way, time to go get the second dude. Anyways, let's do this again. Now that we got the villagers in the breeder, we kind of need something to feed them, I guess. So let's make him a stack or so of bread and just toss it in the pit with them. There you go. And there you go. Now make it a baby. Yay! Now we just gotta wait 20 minutes for him to grow up and for a bunch more to come down here. I wonder if clocks work in the end. I'm gonna go with no on that one. That or the day-night cycle is really weird. But there's no sense putting this clock to waste, so perfect. Now, usually for a trading hall, I would have a zombie set up to zombify and cure the villagers, and I do plan on having that eventually. But right now, I really do not have the infrastructure to set that up. Or do we? What I was thinking is getting a zombie in a minecart and running him all along that bridge, but maybe we can just kite him. Well, there's really only one way to find out. Let's get some materials together, and let's see if we can't kite a zombie into the end. Now, the fun part is we have to actually find a zombie to get into the end, which may be the most difficult part of the task. Aha! I finally found a zombie. Now, the question, are you a dirt holder? Oh, you're not a dirt holder, are you? How about that piece of dirt? Nope, he's not a dirt holder. He's useless to us. Are you a dirt holder? No, he's not a dirt holder. Oh wait, he is a dirt holder. Yes! Yes, I can keep him. Now for the fun part. Oh, I do not know how I'm gonna get him up there. I'm gonna have to make him a staircase, I think. Alright, come on up. Now I need you to come up here with me. Just this way, sir. If you'll follow me down these stairs, sir. Hey, no, don't go back up the stairs. Now I'm just gonna need you to step through this door here, sir. Thank you. Now the fun part. Let's see how long it takes for us to load on the other side of the portal, or if he's just gonna kill me. We're in for a long journey, sir. Alright, time to drag this dude another 1,300 blocks in that direction. Sir, if you could pick up the pace, that would be great. And a couple more steps back, and a couple more steps back, and a couple more steps back. Oh, grass! Yes, we are here. Okay, time to guide him around the wheat field, and down the path, and into the cave, and into his new forever home. Get in the minecart. Yes, there we go. Maybe we can throw him in this little nook right here. There we go. And we can just have the villagers pass by him here, and then we can send them off to wherever we'd like to. I have been busy. I've been doing lots of villager trading, lots of villager breeding, lots of villager zombifying, and lots of villager curing. That's a mouthful to say. But we have quite a few villagers at our disposal now. We have an entire row of farmers dedicated to getting us golden carrots and also emeralds through pumpkin and melon trades. Because while I was waiting for the villagers to breed and cure, I was also making an automatic pumpkin and melon farm over here, which is just behind the wall. We have a couple clerics here, which are for redstone, lapis, and glowstone. That way we can get that in the end. We also have a toolsmith over here, which will get us all the diamond tools that we'll ever need when we start enchanting them all up. Because with the amount of collecting that I'm going to do, one pickaxe is not going to cut it. And that brings us to our librarians that we got over here. We have a efficiency 5 guy, a silk touch dude, a mending villager, and of course, unbreaking 3. Not the best prices in the world, but we can always fix that later. And then our last two villagers over here are masons, and that is so I can get brick, because I want to start building with brick. And I think that'll go really well with our next island that we're going to be building, where it's going to be all farm related and stuff. So building a farmhouse with brick and granite and all that is going to be really cool. Also, while I was waiting for the villagers to cure, I've been hard at work working on the island. I did a little bit of terraforming around here just to make it look a little nicer, but the main thing that I did is right behind us here. So I'm going to start bringing in some custom oak trees here, and the first one right behind us here in the middle of the wheat field is looking really cool. I do have a couple others planned. What I'm thinking is if we fly out here and turn around real quick, that we'll have another tree there and another tree around here somewhere. I want to have one hanging off the edge here, because I think that'll look pretty cool, and it'll start to fill out the island a little bit more too, and then we can just bring in some other little details around to finish it up. But pickaxes aren't the only reason that I got these villagers, because if you look at my tools and my armor, they need to be fully enchanted. We still need mending on this guy, we don't have unbreaking on our helmet, and we gotta upgrade all of these guys to efficiency 5 and mending. Also, if anyone's curious about that, don't listen to the name. That was named by someone on my Twitch channel with a rename a tool thing, so yeah, I think I'm gonna switch up the rules on that so that it can't be negative to my channel in any way, shape, or form. You know who you are. But I'm gonna buy up all the books that I need here and get them on my tools and my armor. There we go, everything's all enchanted up, and I don't have to worry about my elytra breaking and me falling into the void anymore. But with that, it has been a very long episode, and I do apologize for the longer episodes. I'm going to try and cut it down for the next one, but no promises. Anyways, we're going to call it there for today. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. This one took a long time to make, so if you did like the video, make sure to let me know down in the comments below and by leaving a like on the video. And as always, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any further content. But with that, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye!